Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's have us feet together. Hello to your toesies. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your toesies. Ground into the feet. Feel into the space beneath you. Space behind you first before you extend into the space on your right, on your left. Belly in. Here now. Exhalation. Knee. Inhale. Core engagement. Long fingers. Here's your exhalation. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of the breath. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Left, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, core engagement, please. Here's that exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Right side, inhale, push, push, push into the space behind you, actually. Here's your inhale. Core engagement, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Push into the feet. Hug the body into the space behind you, especially when you push that front foot forward. This is your inhale, unfold. Yeah, core engagement, core engagement, core engagement. You remember your invisible thread there, here, between your first two fingers. Here's your inhale, exhalation. Inhale, returning. Here's that exhalation. Left side. Inhale, invisible thread, exhalation. Inhale, returning, coming up. Hear that exhalation. Right side again. Here's that inhale, circle out, down. This is your inhale. This is your exhalation. Here's your inhale, core engagement, please. Exhalation. Try one more. Inhale. Here, exhalation. Shake, 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 just to release all the tension here. Yes. Left hand. Here's that inhale. Invisible thread. Here's the exhalation. Here's your inhale, elevate, exhalation. Try again, deep breath, core engagement, exhalation. Okay, figure eight, remember this? Figure eight motion. Here's that invisible thread. This is your inhale, exhalation. Inhale, exhalation. Inhale, like you're drawing figure eight with your fingers, with your knees. Inhale, lifting. Exhalation, you release the thread, release the foot. Left side, invisible thread, use your mind. Here, exhalation. Inhale, coming up. Exhalation. This is your inhale. This is your exhalation, figure eight. Come one more, inhale, lifting. Invisible thread, releasing down, down, down. Gently now, right side. Inhale. Let the spine now become a little more relaxed, please. Core engagement. Exhale, core engagement. Inhale, let the spine be a little more relaxed, please. Here, exhalation. Inhale, exhale. Try one more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, returning down. Left side, this is your inhale. Here, exhalation. Internal rotation. Come external rotation. Core engagement, inhale, exhalation. Inhale, lifting. A little extra imagination can be practiced. All right, so let's feel for having your feet now out into a straddle. Corner of your feet, four corners of your feet are nicely grounded. See if you can feel for puffing up through the arch of your feet. Doing the wiggle wiggle toe work will be helpful for you to elevate the arch of your feet. Here, can you hold your invisible ball here? Yes, one on the top, one on the bottom. Make that ball a little bigger. Neutralize. Just do it a few times. Feel for what is the most sensible size of that ball that's good for you. That's natural good for you. Second side, left hand on the top, right hand on the bottom. Feel the energy between your hands. Open, a little smaller size. Big size, really smaller size. Just feel the energy between your hands. Yes, and see whichever size that feels most natural for you. Now we go right arm up, left arm down. Deep breath, lifting of the ball. Exhale, we go to the side, right side. Relax your rib cage down. Don't drop the ball, please. Inhale, returning. Come, left side. Make sure your elbows are doing precisely how it needs to be for you to hold that invisible ball. Inhale, lifting. Exhalation, gently drop the ball down. This is your inhale. Feel the energy between your hands to the right. Yes, elbows, your palms should have some kind of synchronicity. That means your mind, your sense of focus, spatial awareness needs to be there. That's how all the plants do. That's how all the animals are. Yeah, spatial awareness. Okay, make that ball a little bigger, a little smaller. Find that place where it feels perfect for your proportion. Deep breath, we're going to lift up. Exhale, neutral. Inhale here, exhale to the left side. This is your inhale. The top and the bottom of your hand should synchronize. So are your elbows. This is your inhale. Come, left, relax the rib cage, relax your spine. So you're doing a spinal awareness without any tension. Only thing you need to focus on is the space between your right and the left hand. Here's your inhale, lifting, like you're lifting the ball upward. Exhale, elbows awareness, down, down, down. Here's your inhale again. Exhalation. Shake. Right on the top, left arm on the bottom. Feel the perfect size that is very suitable, that you feel like your elbows and your shoulders are well aware. Okay. Feel the energy between your hands, please. Deep breath, exhalation, drop the right elbow. Yes, come to the side. Next inhalation, we're going to send both arms away from the body. Yes. See if we can become aware where my right hand and my left hand are. Are they still nicely parallel to one another? Deepen the breath. Here is your usual side extension. Yes. Now you have left hand on the top, right arm on the bottom. Inhale, long fingers. Exhalation, we're going to return the ball, coming back to the center. Use your wiggle thing to move, feel for the pulsatory motion of that ball. Left hand on the top, right arm on the bottom. Feel the energy between your hands, please. Deep breath, tailbone forward, lifting up a little bit. Come, left side. Synchronicity between your hands should be there. Spatial awareness, hug the body into the space behind us. So here versus here. Yes, both arms. Inhale, long fingers. Exhalation, fingers go away from one another. Yes, you don't see your hands because you're looking forward, but see if you can have spatial awareness where your limbs are. Try to keep them nicely horizontal. Here now, coming back, right arm on the top, left arm on the bottom. You have that ball again. Inhale, long fingers. Exhalation, come back to that first one. Now we're going to return. This is your inhale, exhalation. Unfold now, both arms. Turn the palms forward and out. Here's your inhale, tailbone forward, backward rotation, shoulder elongation, wrist line. All the fingers are nicely open. Turn the palms out. Here's your inhale, tailbone forward. Exhalation, slow and complete. Gather now back to the center. So let's practice that. Usually you have your triangle infinite flow form. Start with the feet together. Okay. So ready? Inhale, core engagement, exhalation. Right arm, right leg, first triangle base. Here's your inhale, tailbone forward first, long fingers. Feel for coordination of your elbows, of your arms. Behind you, behind you, behind you. This is your inhale, core engagement. Sternum lifts. Your sternum and your tailbone has a connection. Here's the exhalation. Right arm, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. Left, exhalation, internal rotation, exhalation. Keep going with that breath and the movement. Here's that inhale, core engagement. Sternum is well extended. Here now your exhalation. Inhale, we come halfway up. Exhalation, fingers down. Next inhalation, halfway up. Exhalation, walk the fingers forward a little more. Here is your balancing with the leg behind you. Inhale, we look forward and up. Exhalation, push into the back foot. Taking a deep breath here. Next exhalation, returning of the feet. Shoulders down. This is your inhale again, ground into the feet. Legs are engaged, glutes are engaged, lifting up into the sternum. Here's that exhalation, we return. Let's go left arm, left leg. Here's your inhale, tailbone forward. Here now, exhalation, long fingers, exhalation, exhalation. Ground into the back leg. This is your inhale, clicking the right hip back already so that your spine is straight before you come to that forward fold, chin coming down. Left arm, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the ending of that breath. Time it. Here's the exhalation 1, exhalation 2, exhalation 3. Ground into the back leg. This is the inhalation 1. Exhalation coming down, down, down. Lengthen, left arm comes, releasing, down, down, down. Halfway up, inhale, fingers down. Left leg comes behind you. Now you balance, left leg coming back. Inhale, look forward and up. Exhalation, clicking that right hip back. Before you return now, feet comes together. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of the breath. Here, exhalation, returning, hands together. Here's your balance again, hugging the body into the space behind you. Before you, exhalation. Right arm, right leg. You know this one. Beginning of your inhale, middle of the inhale, ending of that inhale. Here's the exhalation, beginning. This is the middle of the breath. Here is the ending of the breath. This is your inhale, elongation into the sternum, so your spine is straight before you come to that forward folding. Try your first spinal twist. Left, right hand and that left foot should be hip distance apart. Left arm, Here's your inhale, long fingers. Core engagement, exhalation. Turn the palm out, beginning, middle, long fingers, ending of the breath. Reaching towards the back foot on that exhalation. Try one more. Here's that inhale, core engagement. Here, exhalation, core engagement as well. Halfway up, fingers down, exhalation. Inhale, right leg comes back. Look forward, up. Exhalation, firm into the core, hug the muscle into the right leg. So try to return without bending the knee. Feet together, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath. A little gentle back bend every time when you lift up to the sternum. Glute engagement, here's that exhalation, returning back. So have a habit when you have here, take the tippy edge of the thumb to the sternum. So that's a little gentle reminder for making the spine really straight. Once you make the front of your spine really straight, it's very easy to train the back of the spine, the back of your legs, glutes and legs to be nice and strong. Yes? So left arms, left side. This is your inhale, tailbone forward. Here, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Ground into the back foot. Here's your inhale. Elongation into the sternum first. Here now, exhalation, exhalation, clicking the right hip back. Left hand and the right foot should be hip distance apart. Right arm first. Core engagement. Here is your inhale, long fingers. Sternum is well engaged. Here's the exhalation. Ground into the front foot. Clicking the right hip back. Coming up on that inhale. Going back, core engagement on the exhalation. Try one more. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. Core engagement, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Take one more. Here's your inhale. Here, core engagement, exhalation. Inhale halfway forward, fingers down, left leg behind you. That's your inhale, lifting as you look forward and up. Exhalation, click the right hip back, firm into the back leg. Try to return the leg, feet together. This is your inhale, elevate, lifting into the sternum, left knee again, exhalation. Inhale, try, take that foot forward. Core engagement, please. Here's the exhalation, returning back. Now we take our right knee back. You have your lunge extension here. So this, when you sink that tailbone forward and back, however you do it, just make sure this front shin does not go in front of the ankle. Yes? If you find yourself doing that, just take the back knee a little bit further. That means you're gaining more flexibility. You take the back knee further away from the shoulder. Okay, ground into the front foot. Here's your inhale. Open, open, open. Here, exhalation. Fingers either side of the front foot. Flexion of the top foot. Inhale, halfway up. Bend the elbows, exhalation, releasing of the elbows. Inhale, halfway up. Exhalation, bending of the elbows. Toes towards you, toes away from you. Front toes away from towards you, front toes away from you. Here you have flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion again. Ankle mobility, external circle. That means you turn your toes away from the midline, external rotation. External rotation, external rotation. Now we go towards the center. That's your internal rotation. Inhale, half circle. Exhale, second half. Inhale, half, open circle. Exhale, second circle, second half. One more, inhale. Here's that exhalation. Flexion of the top foot again. Here now, exhalation, toes away from the body. Stay here for a moment. Can you click that left hip back a little more? Bend the elbow, shoulders down. Inhale into the back of the shoulders. Exhalation, come to gravity. Drop the right elbow down. Okay. Next inhalation, front foot will land. Tailbone comes forward again. Back toes tucking. Lower knee on or off the floor. If your lower knee is off the floor, try to firm the muscle. Firm into the whole leg muscle here. Squeeze, 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 like you're hugging the muscle into the bone. Look straight ahead. This is your inhale, open. Here's your exhalation. You did this earlier. Turn the palms out in front of front. Reverse circle. This is your inhale. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. If your lower knee is off the floor, you need to firm that leg a little stronger. That's your inhale. Backward circle, exhalation, exhalation, heart opening. One more. From the front, we turn the palms out. Here's your inhale. Core engagement, exhalation. Next exhalation, lower knee to the floor. Flexion of the front foot again. Halfway up. Exhalation, bend the elbows, shoulders will come down. Okay. Next inhalation, we release, lowering down. So if this is too much, where you fold that front knee like this, then second option is to walk the foot in front of you. Yes? So this is a good option. But if this is doable, where your knees are together, and your back ankle is straight, if this is doable, then you have this option. Okay? Option 1 or option 2. Here's your inhale, lifting up into the sternum. Use your wiggle technique to elongate the spine a little more. Palm coming forward. Here now, exhalation, shoulders down. This is your inhale, toes towards you. You did all that toe work earlier. Exhale, toes pointing forward, away from the shoulder. Try one more. Toes towards you. Inhale. Toes away from you. Down, down, down. Lucy, you want to say hello to everybody? Okay, halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbow, shoulders down. So stay here for a moment. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your upper back. Breathe into the back of your neck, the back of your heart, the back of the spine. Next inhalation, gently, we're going to come just halfway up. Have a strap handy. So strap people, you take the strap inner and outer edge of that foot. So it's going to look a bit like this. We ask the strap to take the arch of the foot. Your elbow extension is going to invite the knee to come up a little higher. Okay. So stay here for a moment. Try to lift up through the sternum. Let the spine be nice and straight. Then it'll be easy to engage the core. Okay. Keep walking the knee a little bit closer towards you. Stay here for a moment. We try to breathe here. Okay. Use the inhalation to lift up. Elongation in the spine on your inhale. Push, push, push. When you push through the arch of the foot, your elbow needs to be a little more firmer to keep the knee closer towards the body. So exhalation, we try. See if we can elongate the leg by pushing into the strap. Some of you might not need the strap. Then you use your hand, inner and the outer edge of the foot. You push the into your fingers. Okay? So with or without the strap. Inhale, elbows out to the side. Exhalation, see if we can open the back of the shoulder as we invite the leg to rise just a little bit higher. Okay? Taking one more deep breath. Next exhalation, we close the distance between the leg and the rib cage. So here's a good option. Here is also a good option. You don't have to do this one, especially we only meet once a week. Yes, if this is already a good thing to do, please stay with this. Just keep working on elongation of the spine, lifting up to the sternum so you don't have a habit of rounding your spine. Okay? That's the most important thing, how well you can articulate your spinal awareness. Before you add fancy flexibility practices, work on firming the engagement of the uprightness of the spine. The spine is also symbolizes our spirit. Taking one more deep breath here. Exhalation, chin coming forward. You have this one. So this is exactly how you had it here, except stage 2, you can be here or you can be here. Taking one more deep breath. Next exhalation, we're going to gently separate the distance between the leg and the body. See if we can find a connection, like you're squeezing the legs into the muscle into the bone. So much that you can feel core engagement as well. If all that muscular engagement is in check, we try. Ding, 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 without the strap, without the hand, without anything. You let that leg just hang out there, okay? Before we release the leg down. Next exhalation, we're going to come back to how we started in this lunge position. Tailbone forward, tailbone back. Use a very gentle pulsatory motion to release everything. Left knee comes back. Right foot going forward. Now you have lunge on the second side. Okay. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows, drop the elbows down, shoulders down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows, releasing, come to gravity. Okay. Let's add a little gentle pulsatory motion. Okay. Pulsation, pulsation, pulsation. Toes come towards you, toes away from you. Toes towards you, toes away from you. Toes towards you again. And here, exhalation, front foot will grab. Make sure this front shin is in the vertical thread. This is not okay. Yeah? If you need more space, just walk the back foot behind you a little more further. So now you have a lunge. First try, we have the lower knee to the floor. Tailbone forward, upright spine, that's your inhale. Core engagement, exhalation. Fingers down. Back toes will tuck. Firm the lower knee off the floor. Clicking that right hip back. Just feel your breath. When you exhale, squeeze the muscle into that back, into the bone back there. If this is too much, lower knee to the floor. Look forward. But if you lift the lower knee off the floor, and if this is still okay, we stay here. However you have it, full open circle. Here's your inhale, look straight ahead. Here, core engagement, exhalation. Palms turning full out in front of you. Reverse circle. You did this one earlier with all your shoulder work. This is your inhale. Here, exhalation. This is your inhale, palm turning out. Here, exhalation. From the front, turn the palm out. Reverse circle. This is your inhale. Here's your exhalation. Next exhalation, we release the lower knee to the floor. Click that right hip back so your spine is straight. Halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down, come to gravity. Inhale, halfway up. Ankle mobility, flexion of the foot, extension of the foot. Flexion of the foot, extension of the foot, flexion. Turning in towards the midline, you have in-channel rotation. Inhale, half circle. Exhale, half circle. Inhale, open half. Exhale, close the second half. Now we go from the inside out. That is your external circle. Ready? We go inhale, half. Exhale, the other half. Inhale, half circle. Exhale, half circle. When you work with the ankle mobility, see if you can invite all your toesies. All these little joints on your toes can help you as well. Next exhalation, we're going to come up again. Exhale, bend the elbows, shoulders down. Stay here for a moment. Let's work on the fullness of your breath. Lower back is the breath. Mid back is the breath. Upper back is the breath. Okay. When the exhalation comes, try to release the elbows down a little more. Next inhalation, halfway up. Exhalation, right leg is going to come. Okay. If putting the knees together like this is too much, this is a good option. You come to this pose that you typically do. Right? So that's user-friendly. This might be a little too much for your knee joint. Then you work on if you do this one, make sure your ankle is nice and straight. You don't want that back ankle to sickle inward at all. Okay. Here now we have inhale, long fingers. Forward, exhalation down. Coming up on the inhale, open, open, open. Long fingers, palms coming forward on your way down. Try one more. Here's your inhale. Hug the body into the space behind you. So you have a little gentle back bend. Palm coming forward. Exhalation, shoulders down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Come to gravity. Releasing of the elbows. Releasing of the neck. Let go. So that front foot, if it's okay, point your toes forward. Deepen the breath. Start from your lower back. When you exhale, relax your lower back. Then inhale into your mid back. Then inhale into your upper back. Next inhalation, gently, halfway up. Strap people, we wrap the strap in the arch of the foot. Inhale, invite the knee to come up. Exhalation, invite the sternum to be well extended. You almost have a little gentle back bend here. Okay. Stay here for a moment, just checking with the way you breathe. Make sure the breath is steady, that breath is sufficient. Before we try the straight leg. If you don't need the strap, it's the inner and outer edge of the arch of the foot. Lifting up first, gentle back bend. So when you have a little gentle back bend, once you take that foot upstairs, the spine is straight. Otherwise, we have a tendency to practice without the articulation of your spinal awareness. Lifting up to the sternum as you inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Use the extension of your shoulder joint to invite the leg to come up a little higher. So stay here for a moment. Exhalation, chin in. It's like you're practicing that forward bend that you were doing when you were seated forward. When you inhale, breathe into the back of the spine. When the exhalation comes, activate your top foot. Push, push, push to the arch of the foot. Inhale, halfway up, look up. Try, see if you can use the gaze. Hello to your toesies. Once your toes are awake, it's very easy to engage all the legs, the rest of the leg. Squeeze the muscles into the leg. Give it a try, one hand at a time. See if we can have enough muscular engagement here to keep the foot up there. So here, this is an example of all that ankle awareness that you had cultivated earlier. And then we gently release, release, release. Once you release, we're going to bend the knees. However, that's easy for you to sit cross-legged. You're just going to do a little gentle oscillation, wiggle, wiggle thing. Okay, hands to the top of your knees. Okay, use this awareness to mobilize the rib cage. First, you go right, then left. Then you go to the space before you, space behind you. Now we're going to finish the practice by lubricating your whole spine in a circular fashion. Initially, we did all the circle work when you were standing upright earlier. And here you do want your shoulder elbow joint to help you. That's how you can gain more mobility in the movement and your spine flexibility. Now we turn opposite circle, opposite circle. Inhale, half. Exhale, second half of the circle. Maybe use this as your homework. Either you sit on your chair, you can do your circular mobility here, or you did very beginning of the practice, we did the circle mobility standing up. Okay, or you can do this on your seated posture, like on the floor or something. Okay, so circular mobility, like you're brushing your teeth, like you're flossing your teeth, you're flossing your spine. Okay, make the spine nice and clean and very mobile. Unfold, long fingers. Hug the body into the space behind you as you come up. Palms together, tracing of the midline. Take a moment, hands to your heart, eyes closed. See if you can feel and see the spaciousness inside your heart. Space on the right and the left side of your heart. Space in the front and behind your heart. How about the space above and beneath your heart? 6 directions of that parameter in your awareness, in your heart, in how you acknowledge the brightness in your heart. Exhalation, you spread that brightness out into the world. So thank you everybody for joining our morning practice this morning. I look forward to seeing you next week. Let me know if you have any questions or special requests for our next session. Have a wonderful Monday. Yes.